Driving for apps like DoorDash is getting expensive. Orders just aren't paying like they used to, and gas isn't cheap. So, how do we keep turning a profit? This is video 2 of 3 in a series where I'm exploring alternate ways to make money using apps like DoorDash. But before we go any further, I want to give a huge thank you and shout out to the sponsor of this video, Hiboy, but more about them shortly. Like most of you, I use a car to do deliveries. That is until recently. However, with the summer slowdown upon us and gas prices being crazy expensive again, I'm looking to cut costs. About a month back, Hiboy reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in trying doing deliveries on their P6 Fat Tire e-bike, and of course, I said yes. I saw this as the perfect opportunity to not only keep more of the money that I make, but get some exercise in the process. The P6 has a top speed of 28 miles an hour, a range of 62 miles, and one smooth ride, making it the perfect bike to do deliveries on. Let me ask you this. Do you know how much it costs you to deliver an order? Not talking about a rough estimate, I'm talking about your actual cost to operate. Take this order for example. It's paying $6.75 and it's going 2 miles. That makes the dollar per mile ratio over $3 a mile, which almost certainly would meet most of our criteria. But you're not actually going to pocket $6.75. As we are all too aware, gas and maintenance are not free. I wish I could give you a specific breakdown for your car, but every make and model is different depending on several factors, like how often you change your spark plugs, your brake pads, and a slew of other things. Every mile I drive in the car costs me 50 cents in gas and maintenance. So the order I showed earlier, paying $6.75 going 2 miles, would actually cost me $2 to complete when you factor in the round trip. That $6.75 turns into $4.75 before tax. Is that order still worth it? I'm now about a month in using the P6 both for fun and to work. But what I want to focus on is what it's done for my cost to operate. My car gets about 28 miles a gallon, and gas is currently sitting at about $4.20 in my market. The Hiboy P6 Fat Tire has a huge battery, which gives it the 62-mile range. That same order that we've been looking at would cost me 15 cents a mile on the bike versus 50 cents a mile in the car. In the car, I only kept $4.75 before tax. On the bike, I keep $6.15. Now, it's worth noting, I ran these calculations assuming that I let the bike's motor do 100% of the work, or to put it simply, that I was being lazy and not pedaling at all. The P6 has several different riding modes ranging from regular bike to completely self-propelled. On regular bike mode, it doesn't use any battery whatsoever, so its range is infinite. If I weren't being lazy and actually pedaled part of it myself, that would drastically increase the range. That would also further reduce my cost. Something else I really like about this is the battery's removable. So, when I'm using it, I can charge another battery, and when that one starts to get low, I can just swap them out. Not to mention, they charge fairly quickly too. Something else that eats into our profit a lot is getting stuck in traffic. Now, I want you to think about when we get the most orders. It's dinner, right? When is there also a ton of traffic on the road? It's also dinner. When you're in a car, it's kind of something you just have to deal with. It's not like we can just snap our fingers and poof other cars out of the way. That's something that I absolutely love about the e-bike. While everybody else is stopped, I can be on the road or the sidewalk, whizzing past traffic, and let me tell you, it's exhilarating to jump ahead 20 car lengths. When there's traffic, I'm usually moving faster than cars and therefore increasing my hourly rate. And let's talk about parking. On a bike, I don't have to circle around and around trying to find parking that I then have to pay for, which further eats into my profitability. Sure, that may not seem like a whole ton of money, but when we're talking about an order that's only paying $6.75, after you factor in gas, maintenance, and parking, you're really not left with very much, are you? And let us not forget that we still have to pay tax on that money. I'm about a month into using this bike, and not only has it helped decrease my costs, but I've also lost about 20 pounds between riding the bike and eating well. Not to mention, I also achieved this really awesome farmer's tan. And guys, ultimately, it's been fun. If you're interested in checking out the Hiboy P6 Fat Tire e-bike, click the link in the pinned comment in the description and use code ZDF at checkout for an extra discount. I want to give a huge thank you and shout out to Hiboy for sending this my way and for sponsoring this video. Before we wrap up, there's one more thing I want to say. Not only has this helped me with my work, but it's provided hours of enjoyment for me. It's helped me explore parts of my city that I otherwise probably wouldn't have seen. Parts of my city that I would like to now share with you. Check out the P6 by clicking the link in the description or the pinned comment. And now, enjoy the ride.